Hello and salutations all, my name is GlitchMasta, and today I'm going to be discussing my wish list for Halo 6. More specifically though, I'm going to be discussing just 7 very important things that I would like to see. If I think of any more down the road, I'll definitely make another video for it, but for now, we're going to just go into these 7 things because 7 is that almighty number that is constantly found within the Halo series. As of the time of making this video, there's not a whole lot of information out there currently known about Halo 6. It wasn't officially revealed or announced at E3 2017, and according to Halopedia, Halo 6 was planned and conceptualized as early as September of 2015. 343 has confirmed though, regarding Halo 6 and future Halo titles, split screen, more of an emphasis on the Master Chief, and a much more humanized story. It was also implied by 343 that Halo 6 is going to have a much longer development cycle. This might be somewhat due to the overwhelming negative response that Halo 5 received when it was launched with a lot of missing features instead of being a full complete title. With what little is officially known about the game, really anything is possible for it at this point. If I was to have a say in the creation of it though, I would like to have the following items in Halo 6. Number 1, I want the art style. And what do I mean by the art style? I feel like I've addressed this numerous times before, and so have a lot of other people. It's not that the 343 art style in Halo 4 and Halo 5 is bad by any means, but it just doesn't feel like it's truly, Halo. If most people were to see pictures of some of the guns or vehicles or factions from, say, the original Halo trilogy, they'll most likely easily say, oh hey, that's from Halo. If you were to do the same thing though with some of the things coming from the 343 saga though, I'm sure a lot of the answers will be somewhere in the scope of, oh, that's from some science fiction thing. 343 did take a step in the right direction though with the art style in Halo Wars 2, which was definitely mixed and took a lot of the good stuff from the Bungie old school style and a lot of the new school 343 style. Personally though, my favorite artistic Halo style was the Halo 2 Anniversary art style, and if Halo 6 can do something to replicate the look of Halo 2 Anniversary, then I think it would be absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm not trying to say that the 343 style is by any means bad, it's just not how I think the ideal Halo identity is to keep Halo, well, as Halo. Number 2 on the wish list is a bigger and better Forge. Again, I'm not trying to sound negative here against 343. Despite a lot of the controversial responses to the game, one of the absolute highest points of Halo 5 was its amazing Forge mode. However, the controls just didn't feel as user-friendly as in past iterations of the game mode. It would be very nice for the user-friendly and simplistic Forge controls of Halo Reach to come back, updated, and with all of the advanced elements of Halo 5 Forge applied to it. Next up, number 3, the minor characters. I really want a return of some of those random Marines that you'd see here and there that weren't necessarily the most crucial to the plot, but the guys like Sergeant Stacker or the Aussie Chips Dubo. See, those Marines that occasionally popped in during the course of the game, they just added another dimension of both humor and legitimacy to the game. They weren't necessarily, like I said, crucial to the plot or the story, but they helped make it less dull and just added a little bit of variety to the characters. In addition, I just really would like a lot of funny Marine dialogue like we had in Halo 1 and Halo 2. Number 4, dual wielding. So it's the ever so controversial topic of dual wielding, making a comeback in modern Halo. The biggest criticisms for it are that it just makes the game unbalanced and ruins the weapon utilities for single wielding the guns. However, I just think with 2 weapons and sacrificing melee and grenades, that already helps balance it out, especially with the longer cooldown and reload times that are applied to dual wielding. However, I do think it would be a cool idea for maybe if single-wielded weapons had these special types of, quote-unquote bonuses, and those bonuses not having a true effect on the dual-wielding weapons. For example, in Halo 1, the plasma rifle, which was single-wielded, had its stun effect. So maybe in Halo 6, the stun effect can come back for a single-wielded plasma rifle, and then the dual-wielded version would lose that stunning effect. Just some things like that for the other guns too, like somehow something for the Magnum or the Plasma Pistol or the SMG, just anything like that. Number 5, contract Marty and Joe to work on the game. What do I mean by this? Well, Marty O'Donnell is without a doubt one of the greatest musical composers and sound directors in video game history. And by extension, his cinematic counterpart, Joseph Staten, also holds the title as being one of the greatest in his own terms. If 343 can work something out with Marty providing the music and Joe providing his cinematic excellence as well as his amazingly funny grunt voices, Halo 6 can, just like with my number 1 wishlist entry, maintain that traditional Halo identity. Number 6 is something I actually don't hear a whole lot on a lot of other wish lists, but for mine, it's space battles. Halo Reach started introducing the concept of playable Halo space battles during the level Long Night of Solace. However, that was only for just one segment of the game, and there really was no true multiplayer element for it. I think it would be really cool for maybe in the Halo 6 campaign we have another, maybe 1 or 2 space battle sections, and for some multiplayer space battles that could be a thing. Space Slayer, Space CTF, I think both of those things would be cool. And then with space battles again, I think multiplayer wise that can have a lot of unpopular modes like Juggernaut and Territories, working better with the space style of gameplay. So I'm sure a lot of people might be missing though the run and gun element of boots on the ground combat when playing Halo 6 space battles. I think maybe Halo 6 can do with what the 2005 version of Star Wars Battlefront 2 did. And by that I mean, you started on foot, and then you can either get into your assault spacecraft and fight everyone out in space, or just stay inside the master ship and play defense, with the ultimate goal to complete the objective, either scoring the most points or destroying the other team's master ship by hitting these different sections of the ship, either from the outside and or on the inside. If Halo 6 had this, maybe in the form of a UNSC versus Covenant, UNSC versus the Banished, something along those lines, I can almost guarantee that it would be one of the most popular game modes in all of Halo. And last but not least, number 7, the return of detailed armor customization. Halo Reach was, in my opinion, the last great Halo game when it came down to just pure armor customization options. There were literally over 8 quadrillion combinations you could make in the game, and that's an actual figure, you can look that up yourself. These customization options allowed for players to express themselves and become as individualistic as they chose. In addition, the armor wasn't randomly unlocked in Reach and needed to be earned. I'd say bringing back a wider assortment of armor customization in Halo 6, with different pieces being earned through hard work within the game, achievement based like in Halo 3 or maybe credit based like in Halo Reach, I think that'll make players, play the game just to earn whatever armor sets they wanted. But I think that also allows a lot of players to tinker with and fix up their appearance to creatively express themselves however they so choose to. I talked about this a few times in past videos, how one of my favorite things was just planning out the armor set and armor pieces I wanted and then working to get those armor pieces so I can make my character look how I wanted it to. The thing with Halo 5 armor sets was it had a lot of different variations with added paint decals, which I think was pretty cool. Those paint decals were different things, like you had a flame decal, a skull decal, camo decals, and some other things. I think an added option to add in some of those extra decals to specific armor sets would be another nice touch. I think maybe different armor sets have preset extra decals you can unlock by doing certain things, and you can maybe move it to where you want, or it's kind of like how the helmets in Halo Reach were, where you had different little extra mini elements that you can add to that piece. And I think too, maybe it'd be cool to have some of those exclusive items that need to be purchased through DLC, or maybe can only be awarded by 343. I think that helps make a lot of the customization options more meaningful, just like how everyone went crazy about recon armor back in the early Halo 3 days. I do know there's a lot of these, at least for the most part, I'd say a lot of people also would like to see, so I'm not alone in this regard, and right now in the comments section, please comment just whatever it is you would like to see in Halo 6, what's on your Halo 6 wish list. And while you're at it, please rate the video, share it, and subscribe so you can see the potential part 2 I might make, as well as a lot of my other videos. I make Halo ones, non-Halo ones, informative, funny, and really just about any other type of video that I want or that you guys want. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace!